What's going on, guys? It's Stealth here, and we are back in Knights of the Old Republic. I think it's time to go talk to the Jedi Council about what we found down here. Dead Jedi, ancient droid, map to some secret super weapon that the Sith have. There's been better news to deliver. I can't say it's the worst news. We could take care of some Cathounds, though, before we do that. I wonder what these guys would taste like. Like a cat hound steak. I eat that. I'll admit it. I mean, you gotta figure they've been out on these plains. Farmers gotta probably use them for, like, livestock. Maybe. Maybe they hunt them. I don't know. I mean, what else are you gonna do with them? They just roam around pretty much. I don't see them do anything except attack other animals. Probably tastes good. I don't know. There used to be a speeder there. Did it just up and vanish? I guess it did since we took care of that thing with that lady. Elise was her name? Yeah. That was her name. Alrighty. Oh. Alright, let's talk.
How can I help?
Something's bothering you, obviously.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
I think you're interested in more than just the bond between us, if you know what I'm saying.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
What is this, 20 questions?
I was referring to the bond we share, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
I guess I touched a nerve, huh?
Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now, you're going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me?
The second one. I have to admit, I kind of want to do that.
I see you intend to be childish about this. I guess I won't get anywhere continuing our discussion right now, will I? I suppose I'll just have to speak to you again later. Hopefully you'll behave a little less like a little boy, and a little more like a man.
Ow. You hurt my man feelings with that one. Alright, let's see if she wants to talk again.
How can I help? I do? How did you know?
Oh, it's something different. Okay. Your face is kind of whatever. That line, before I screw up.
A Kinrath pup. It most certainly is not. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. Whatever I think about you.
You are kind of cute when you're embarrassed. I have to admit, you are.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
I actually want to go with this answer. Blink once for dark side, twice for light. I like this one.
This is not a joke. The choices you make could affect both our destinies. Not to mention the fate of the Republic and the entire galaxy. There is much at stake. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Alright. I'll try. If you get off my case. Jeez.
That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There's great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
Well, doesn't it work both ways?
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
Alright, I'd appreciate it.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
How can I help?
Nope.
Then I said...
Alright, let's actually go and talk to the Jedi Council now. I mean, it was kind of fun to take a little diversion and tease Bastila, but we kind of have important stuff we gotta do. Just saying. Alright, back in here we go.
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
Star map, pretty much, and something called a Star Forge.
This news of a Star Forge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
Alright, I'm ready. More or less.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
So, am I alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
There are others that kind of want to join me. Just saying, they're on my ship right now.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
Alright, you can count on me.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malik becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Alright, off on an adventure. But we're not even going to go to any of those planets first. There's someplace I want to stop by before that. Actually, the place for the best gear in this entire game. But I think we're going to get stopped by this guy out here, right? And... Yep. How'd you know they gave me a mission?
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek.
Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwalea gandona chuchut.
Ka chikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe.
Alright. What dangers? What are you talking about?
Ta kumjus tak miki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogisha ponka bola wana chikne.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek.
What makes it so dangerous?
Ka chikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunka.
Mochishak pakat. Kiye no namapaole rachikun.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun mulera bes.
Why are you worried about them?
Ta kumjus tak miki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwalea gandona chuchut. Kachichu ita dundonga.
Alright, thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
Ka chikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunka.
Alright. Yep, he's right on the money. Those guys are a pain. Oh, I'm gonna talk to you now? I was gonna talk to you on the ship, but okay, I guess I'll talk to you now.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been very quiet as of late, and that's actually true. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Oh, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it.
That is none of your concern, Carth, and you would do well to leave the matter be.
I respect you, Bastila, but you've been as closed-mouthed as the rest of the Council. If you won't talk to me, then maybe somebody else will.
Okay, here's my issue with that. Carth, you were right there in the freaking council chamber with me. Why are you saying that you have been left out of the loop? You were right there. You know what? You know, we're gonna go with that tangent. Fine. We're gonna pretend you weren't listening for the entire time that we were talking about it, even though you were right there. You thought it was more important that I find the star maps than stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
Alright, they said that there's a bond between Bastila and myself.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why, that's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Okay. What was the best way to say this? We have a bond, we have to do it together, that's it.
And what does that mean? Is this more of that destiny garbage that the Jedi keep talking about? Well, that can't be it. Well, I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
What does that have to do with anything? Seriously. I'm not going to betray you. Why is that relevant?
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Jeez, we need to let him calm down. He's not even thinking rationally. Although, that conversation did remind me I need to change this out. Yeah, that one. Alright, on the ship. Finally. Let's see. There's something I gotta talk to Mission about. We already talked with her about a brother. T3M4 would get us some spikes, so we actually need to talk to him.
Yeah, what do you want?
You gotta have more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
Alright, what was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
Huh, what happened next?
The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
Okay, we need some of those war droids. Seriously.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
That's about it.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Yeah, that was awesome. Alright, well, as far as Canderous goes, we're probably going to talk to him later, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here at this point. So when we come back, we're going to talk with our crewmates, hopefully get started on our adventure. That depends on how much these guys have to say. I don't think it's a whole lot. Fingers crossed. But until then, guys, that's it from me. Peace out.